We are beyond fucked. Grocery stores like Black Friday. Traffic bad. Not a mask to be found. Went for an early grocery store run. Eastern PA 150 people at each entrance lined up tight. Not a single mask. Traffic today was like normal rush hour. We need a forced lockdown like now. People are fucking morons. We also need a better way to handle supply runs. Hundreds packed together for a half hour is just a disaster waiting to happen. Masks have been out for weeks, a month. True, but the people that bought them up apparently aren't using them yet. They were bought up and sent to China. I think very few Americans have a stockpile of masks. I bought box of N95 masks in late January. I saw this coming back then, and I'm sure many others did as well. No, not many at all, more realized in February, like myself, and at the beginning of February I couldn't get any. The vast majority of Americans didn't care about the virus until last week. Do you have any proof of that? Sounds very tinfoil hat-like. I don't have a source, but it sounds plausible. I mean, China was the first and only ones with this virus for a while. Would be understandable if aid was sent to them. Organizing buying masks from stores is quite a large and really dissipated initiative involving a lot of logistics and people. If there's any truth to it, we'd know by now, just because of the sheer amount of people this would require. It's far more likely that people bought up masks thinking they needed them for themselves. This is really just a Cam's razor. There's a simple explanation, nothing indicates that there's need for a more complex one. Don't forget, China has way more production capacity for these masks. They could easily produce what's in US stores in short order. Masks being shipped from China to Iran, Italy are basically proof of that. I really don't see a scenario in which China buying masks from US stores makes any sense. Americans didn't stockpile masks in January because no one freaking cared about the virus until last week. Chinese Americans bought them by the pallets and shipped them to China. Masks have been sold out in the US since January. A few preppers might have a few boxes, but I'd be the vast majority don't. Months plural. They've been out on Grainger's website for over 2 weeks. Went shopping in Columbus, Ohio after work yesterday. Store was fully stocked outside of ground beef, sausages, eggs, bread, toilet paper, paper towels, and oddly, ice cream. Fresh and frozen fruit and vegetables were full, but ice cream was empty. Got to love America. Ice cream. That to me is people having some indulgence during this shit. Alcohol, weed, desserts, etc. People will try to have a little escape. When stocking up a few weeks back, we definitely bought brownies, candy, and other stuff like that we normally wouldn't. And a bunch of booze, but that's nothing out of the ordinary. I kept driving, by the way. Not dealing with that mob scene. You don't need a mask if you don't leave home, light bulb.